Take a deep breath. Look at your hands. Look at your reflection in the nearest screen. You have lived your entire life under one absolute, unshakable assumption. You believe that you are unique. You believe that the face you wear is the only one of its kind in the universe. You are wrong. Imagine walking down a crowded, rain-slicked street in a foreign city. The neon lights blur in the puddles. People rush past you, faceless ghosts hidden beneath umbrellas. You glance up and your heart stops. Walking towards you, wearing a different coat, living a different life, but possessing your exact eyes, your exact jawline, your exact gait, is you. You haven't found a long-lost twin. You haven't uncovered a family secret. You have stumbled into a glitch in the matrix of humanity. You have found your doppelganger. And throughout the dark corridors of human history, seeing your own exact duplicate was never considered a mere coincidence. It was the ultimate omen, a death sentence delivered by the universe itself. Chapter 1. The Omens of Antiquity. The word originates from German folklore, meaning double walker, a shadow self that moves independently of you. But long before the Germans named it, ancient civilizations feared it. The Norse called them vardöger, ghostly duplicates that arrive at a location before you do, performing your actions, confusing your family when the real you finally arrives hours later. History is littered with the corpses of those who saw their own faces. Johann Wolfgang Goethe, the legendary German writer, was riding on a lonely path when he saw a man riding towards him. The man wore a distinct gray suit with gold lace. The man had his exact face. Goethe dismissed it as an illusion. 8 years later, Goethe found himself riding down that exact same path, wearing that exact same gray suit. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, saw his duplicate in a mirror just days before his assassination. He noted that the second face was deathly pale. Queen Elizabeth I entered her bedchamber only to find her own corpse lying perfectly still on her bed just shortly before she passed away. Catherine the Great of Russia saw her double sitting on her throne and ordered her guards to shoot it. Chapter 2. The Psychological Mirror. For centuries, we believed that the fabric of reality could not sustain two identical soul signatures. One had to be erased, but science demands a different explanation. Are these sightings purely psychological breakdowns, a glitch in the human matrix? Psychiatrists and neurologists point to a rare, terrifying condition called autoscopy. Deep inside your brain, in an area called the temporal parietal junction, your mind constantly maps where your physical body ends and the outside world begins. It is the anchor of your self-awareness. But sometimes, due to trauma, exhaustion, or a misfiring synapse, that anchor breaks. Your brain projects your own physical form into the empty space in front of you. You literally hallucinate a clone of yourself. It is a terrifying diagnosis. But a hallucination happens inside the mind. It cannot explain the cases where the hallucination bleeds into the real world. Consider the chilling, widely documented case of Émilie Saget in the 19th century. a French school teacher who never saw her own double, but her students did. 40 independent witnesses saw the exact same impossible thing. Chapter 3. The cold mathematics of the face. Let's strip away the ghosts. Let's look at the cold, hard mathematics of human genetics. From the moment you were old enough to look in a mirror, you were told you are a unique individual. Your face is your identity. It is the passport to your existence. But biologically speaking, you are not as unique as you think. The human genome is vast, but the specific genes that dictate the architecture of your face, the exact distance between your pupils, the width of your nasal bridge, the contour of your jaw, are surprisingly limited. Think of it like a deck of 52 cards. If you shuffle it enough times, eventually the exact same sequence will appear. It is not magic, it is statistical inevitability. Right now, there are over 8 billion people walking the Earth. The genetic deck is being shuffled faster than ever. If we look for a 100% exact, molecular-level match, the odds are about 1 in 135. But if we lower the threshold to 95% biometric match, which is more than enough to fool facial recognition software and enough to fool your own mother, the odds skyrocket. You likely have half a dozen exact duplicates. In the past, we were protected by geography. We were separated by oceans, mountains, and continents. You could live your entire life and die in peace without ever crossing paths with your biological duplicate. But then we connected the world. We digitized our lives. In the modern era, the doppelganger phenomenon has mutated into something far more dangerous. Through social media algorithms, global facial recognition software, and reverse image searches, people are actively hunting down their twins, and they are finding them. But what happens when your doppelganger doesn't just share your face, but wants your life? Identity theft is no longer just about stealing a credit card number. Deepfake technology and artificial intelligence can now hijack your biometric signature. Given just a few photographs and a short audio clip, AI can map the micro-expressions of your face. Your digital doppelganger can be created in minutes. It never sleeps, it never ages, and it can commit crimes while wearing your skin. Your face is no longer a secure key. It is public data. Imagine the psychological collapse of meeting them in person. You stand face to face with a stranger who stole your reflection. When identical twins look at each other, they share a bond, a shared history in the womb. But when you look into the eyes of a doppelganger, you share nothing, nothing but a cosmic glitch. It shatters the ego. Psychiatrists call it capgras delusion, when you believe a loved one has been replaced by an imposter. But what is the diagnosis when you realize you are no longer unique? We navigate our lives believing our reflection belongs only to us. We trust the mirror, but the science is undeniable. Somewhere out there, the genetic lottery has hit the exact same jackpot twice. There is someone who smiles exactly like you, whose eyes hold the exact same shadow. They might be thousands of miles away, or they might be walking into the room right now. So, the next time you walk through a crowded place, look closely, because your doppelganger might be looking back. And if you do make eye contact, the most terrifying question isn't whether they are a copy of you. The terrifying question is, what if you are the copy?